Yeah, it's weird because, like, again, it just kind of interacts weirdly with all the other rules.
Yeah, it's just not a perception check. It's just if a perception check was ever based on seeing something far away, you just pass it.
Right.
What's next?
I mean, I'll convey that to the group and ask, should we keep going?
I would rather go down the other passage to our right than this one, because that's the one that the map maker made safely. He just marked a question mark here, and while it probably links up with its other question mark right above it, we don't know that for sure.
I mean, the main thing I can see that might be an advantage is if it slopes up, we might not have to climb to get there.
I kind of want to know what's behind those doors that we passed.
Which ones?
These right here. They said that this led up to near where the where the
we already
slave
know
were.
pretty much.
Yeah, you had doors here, and then you had the passage on the other side of here.
Is there a passage here, Brick?
There's not.
Okay.
Oh, wait, there's something over here?
Yeah.
What's over there? Let's go
Alright,
find out
right,
what
if you
that
want
is.
to go around, let's go around.
Alright. But that was the place that we had misgivings about.
I mean, no, this entire place seems completely and perfectly safe. I have no misgivings about anywhere here, Riot.
I'll let one person make a Wisdom 10 real quick.
I'll do it.
Riot's gonna do it.
Too late, I already said I'd do it.
God, why do we get boned for the cyber?
I'm looking at this one. I don't care who rolled it. I'm looking at this 14.
That's
So who was
14
that?
plus my wisdom, which is high as shit. So that's 17.
Several minutes ago, there were many loud explosions and lightning blasts and all kinds of sound. And as far as you can tell, nothing's come to investigate it.
Oh yeah, and I'll point that out. I'll be like, you know, it's kind of weird that we made all this noise and nothing's come to check that out.
That must be business as usual. Was it business as usual when
Either that or there's just nothing to hear it.
What did you ask, Ciclon?
Was it business as usual to hear all kinds of banging and explosions and nonsense down here?
Not from your cells. But the cells were not on this level. The cells would have been above this.
At least 70 feet above. Okay.
So where are we going?
So shall we go ahead down this path?
What if this entire dungeon is just a death trap for adventurers, and what's her name that made the map is in on it?
Well, Brian
Cool.
points out that first of all, we're not in a dungeon; we're in somebody's house. People don't live in death traps.
That's what you're assuming. We're in someone's house because that's what someone told us.
Elciclone
I mean, it
rolls
was a
his eyes
dungeon
and
for
says-
Elciclone.
Elciclone rolls his eyes at that.
We're going on this passage here?
Okay.
Hold on, we're going on two different directions. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought everyone wanted to go down this way, but it seems like no. Okay.
Okay, so I gotta load up a new map.
save the map for when we inevitably run back to this place screaming.
Let's make sure that I delete the right things here.
Closing my eyes.
I don't know about you guys, but I haven't seen any beds that would prove this is someone's house. Except maybe like that bone bed?
Let me go ahead and get everybody here so I can shrink you down.
Super Mario style.
You're gonna try to make the sound effect?
No.
Was that it? That was okay. I mean,
Mediocre.
that was a little bad. Like, maybe a lot bad.
Happy's pretty huge.
Well, he's got that one beefy arm.
You're right.
And this hallway continues on forward.
It's like a triangle. Destil?
Yeah. Now we should be getting up to where that humanoid figure is.
Yeah, so maybe Kelian should go in front to check it with no light.
Probably a good idea.
Kelian,
Hmm.
how far ahead do you want to scout? Are you going to go the full
Up
60
until
feet?
Well, you can see up to 60 feet, though. We'll go to the intersection and
Okay.
look.
Down this way, you see a dead end. And this way, your vision is obscured by this rock here.
Okay. And I point that one.
I'm gonna just kind of creep after Kelian, even though I can't see shit. This is an incredibly frustrating state of affairs for Mahogany, who's used to be able to just turn into an animal who can see.
You're not getting anything else until you get up to this space here and can look down this hallway.
Yeah, I'm making sure that everyone's behind me.
Yeah, and we're also making sure you don't just say, okay, roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we know that's what's going to happen.
We have a little narrow passage going off this way. This looks like a tunnel that's been bored into the earth. Well, you can see the fresh clumps of earth on the ground, maybe made fairly recently. Over in this direction, once again, your sight is blocked by this rock here.
Riot messages Kelian. It says, if I'm right, the left is linking back to where we came from. We want to go forward.
Kelian nods in the dark.
Right doesn't need it.
Kelian, I need a stealth check and a perception check.
I can do those.
Remember, you have a +10 for stealth.
So stealth first.
Roll well.
Oh. That is a 20... 22.
Okay.
32.
Yeah, 30.
32. And then perception...
See, it's like Chrono Trigger. You can only go to 30, then after that it's just star.
Okay.
16.
Okay. You get up to about this point here, and you hear echoing off the wall somewhere, impossible to discern direction, but it's definitely speech. It sounds like a young woman, and it sounds like she's muttering incantations. They're very repetitious. You don't know the language. It doesn't ping any recognition with you. But it's very repetitious. It sounds like she's chanting in whispers to herself, and the sound is just being carried off the walls of the cave.
Voice doesn't sound familiar at all.
It just sounds like a young woman.
Sounds like a young woman. Okay.
Did you stop suddenly when you heard this?
I would think so. It sounds
Alright,
like
then
that's the way Brick described it.
Yeah, you guys saw Kelian come up to this wall and then stop right at this corner like he's listening for something.
I gesture everyone to come forward.
I'm gonna nudge Riot. I'm gonna be like, find out.
El Ciclon, I need a stealth check.
Hold on 1 second. I don't need that window anyway. D20. Hurrah. Go off the table.
Totally not getting old.
15.
You people.
Plus
15?
10. Plus 10.
25.
25.
Okay. And what does El Ciclon do when he advances?
Well, he's just gonna come up to this point right here.
Okay.
Looks at
Yeah.
Kelian. This is his wheelhouse.
Right, I need a stealth check.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting there. This is at least 25. 28.
Okay. You creep up next to Kelian and El Ciclon.
I messages Kelian. What do you see?
I hear voices. I hear a voice, a female voice. And
Mahogany,
it's
I need a stealth
echoing.
check.
No! He still might roll poorly.
What did that turn into?
That's a 14.
14?
Mhm.
Kelian, you immediately hear the incantation stop. As soon as Mahogany comes creeping up.
So I don't know there was an invitation, so I'm gonna say like, what are we doing? Let's go.
Kelian peers down the hallway.
Okay. Give me half a moment. This one here?
Yeah.
Looking into this room. Give me half a second real quick.
That dotted line looks ominous.
What do you have against a dotted line? Nothing wrong
It's
with
red.
Nothing wrong with a dotted line.
It's a red dotted line.
You see a couple of these pillars. You see these three, in fact. And this dotted line is an area of opaque, what looks like webbing. Just walls of it strung up between these two pillars and between these two pillars and then off in your field of vision. Just this grotesque looking, horrible, horrible mass of webbing.
That's it?
That's what you see.
Okay. Well, Kelian is concerned that the incantation stopped. Does he know the incantation stopped when Mahogany crept up? It sounds like he did.
That's exactly when it
Exactly.
stopped. When Mahogany
Okay.
came creeping up. Hey man, what's going on? What do you see? Let's go. That's when it stopped.
Alright, it was still a 14. It wasn't that bad.
You rolled a 4 though.
Well, I mean, you messaged him that. You didn't say that out loud.
No.
Just more of the same. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a little hallway that goes around.
Do I see like anything in the webbing, or is it too thick?
To be clear, you can't see through this red line.
Through the red line.
Is Serenity coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like way back
She's-
there.
Happy, I need a
covering the
stealth
back.
check. And Serenity, I need a
Happy.
stealth check.
What does a ceiling look like?
It's
More the
like the
same?
areas where you came from. It's about.
Okay.
I mean, it varies a lot. Usually about 30 to 50 feet or so. All these pillars in this room are floor-to-ceiling pillars,
Okay.
and the webbing stretches up the entire way.
Do we
but
have
you're still in a
pass
natural
without
cave.
trace, Nodal?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
That's a 25 for Serenity.
24 for happy.
Okay. Only Mahogany failed miserably.
But
They owe all their 25s to me. I rolled a 60.
Kelian's gonna come back around this way and walk towards this way.
Okay. And looking down the borehole here.
Huh.
Again, looking into here, now on the floor, covered with very, very thick webbing. This webbing, at best, counts as difficult terrain.
Webbing, huh?
Like a spider web.
Yeah, no, I got that.
Not
It's
like
just it's weird that there
Webigale
would be
McDuck.
Thanks, buddy.
Like
It's
like
weird
that.
to me that there's. Well, never mind. I guess Kelian can't actually say this since we're all being quiet.
Mahogany is once again frustrated by the inability to shapeshift.
Why can't you shapeshift?
Because I would make the ring
Oh,
fall
yeah.
off.
That's
Is-
right.
I need
difficult
a
terrain
good
starts in the
excuse
tunnel,
for
right?
why a ring would stay on.
Yeah, you go in. There's maybe about 5 feet where you can step, but beyond that, you're seeing webbing just cover the floor. So if you want to see any more of this cave, you'll have to go into that borehole. At the front of the hole, you've got what looks like this circular, maybe 5 or 7 foot radius hole, and the earth that was moved out of it is kind of laying on the ground in front of it in a pile, like a soft pile of destroyed rock. And it looks pretty recent.
Does Kelian still have the sending up to Riot?
That's not sending, and Riot has to initiate it. It's a cantrip.
It's a can't. All right. Good to know. In that case,
It's neither of those things.
Are we
I
gonna
didn't
get
know
that-
what it was. So,
Yeah, it's
all right.
very situational.
Are we gonna get the Metal Gear Solid 2 nano communication thing where you spend like
We
half
had
of
that-
this dungeon in codex screen?
We had that last game, and it frustrated Rick to no end.
It was pretty obnoxious. It was less frustrating after I pointed out, you know how weird this looks to the NPCs, and Des was like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. Whatever. That made it better somehow.
I remember a story once where the player characters were talking over their mind link, and the NPC prince turns to the NPC jester and is like, who travels with him? He's like, do they often just spend time sitting here staring at each other? And the other one turns, you have no idea.
Where are you going next, Kelian?
Please say knock on borehole.
Kelian's looking very intently at that borehole.
I really like the look of that borehole. I feel like that borehole was made for me.
Are you sure you're not a sensate?
I feel like it's the right thing at this moment to do to go into that borehole.
Kelian just starts hacking away at the webbing. Why not?
With your sword?
Yeah.
Okay, roll initiative.
Yeah.
Who saw that coming?
I rolled my initiative back when Serenity was poking at the bone hole. I was like, I'm just gonna do it now and save myself some time.
Oh, bloody hell!
Kelian.
Bear with me 1 second. Every time we do a fight, I
As
have to
soon as
cut paste
Kelian
stuff.
does that, by the way, Mahogany just leans over and whispers, spiders can feel whatever's touching their web.
Yeah, Kelian knows that.
And yet you still did it.
You did it anyway.
Because what the fuck else are we gonna do?
Go through the borehole.
Talk to the girl?
Get spider eat it anyway.
Inevitable spider.
Spider.
That attacks from behind.
I really like that I'm shit at nature, but I can still answer a lot of questions about beasts because I've turned into them in the past.
Okay.
A lot of spiders.
I think that's my number one regret with my character creation, Mahogany. Like, forget the stat thing. Like, I really regret taking animal handling instead of nature.
What is
Fire-based
Riot's
attack.
initiative?
Because I'm usually, we'll just turn
22.
fucking webbing.
Doesn't even make sense. Why do I know animal handling?
Kelian, what's your initiative?
5.
5. That's not very high.
No, it's not.
It's a low number.
It is a low number.
Elsie Clone.
I got Kelian beat. 3!
That's
not beat.
that's
the
the
opposite.
that's the opposite of beat. How about Serenity?
Serenity X at 22.
22.
For what it's worth, nobody is surprised.
Mahogany.
9.
9.
I really hope these are inevitable spiders in the sense that we were expecting them, and not inevitable spiders in the sense that they're horrible constructs.
And what about Happy?
Happy's on a 20.
Oh,
Kelian, as soon as you start cutting away the webbing, you see the ripples of motion fan out across the floor into the areas where it connects on the walls, and you start hearing the sounds of skittering against the wall somewhere deep in the borehole.
is that the noise of it?
Kind of.
That sounded like Chrono Trigger monster theme.
Right. Here's what you see. Here's the information you have to go on for your.
Yeah.
Kelian steps up to this borehole, draws his
keep in
sword.
mind, I don't have dark vision.
Oh, then yeah, you see nothing. You see absolutely nothing. You
I
just
can hear the skittering.
You can hear the sound of skittering, and that's it.
Yeah.
Coming from somewhere in the borehole.
Right. Not seeing anything, but knowing something is coming seems like the perfect time to put up mirror image. Does it work on this plane?
Yes, it would.
It should, but I know that you like to check.
Yeah, it will.
Okay.
And Serenity, you got the same information.
I'll pull the cover off my maul.
Okay, and
Thank you.
the area illuminates. And looking into the borehole, you just see Kelian has started to slash away at the webbing. And did you stop when you started to hear the noise? Or are you
Yeah.
still going for it? Okay. And he's just now standing in front of the borehole.
With a sheepish look.
Uh,
I'm having
Dodge.
a sense of deja
Dodge.
vu right now.
Happy is up.
Happy dodges.
Okay. Kelian,
Mm,
how are you doing today?
doing good, actually.
You got your bagel? You're all set?
No, I don't need a bagel. I didn't need a bagel today. So it was a good day. Are you gonna make it a bad day?
I'm about to.
Okay.
You're gonna need a bagel in a minute. Just so you know. Three spiders come skittering around the corner, one at a time. We're gonna start with Kelian. Oh, let me put a little asterisk here so I know when their shiz recharges. I use an asterisk for recharge abilities because I'm old school. Kelian, how does a 21 do?
Sure.
Sure. You are restrained by webbing. As this first spider peeks out, sees you standing there, launches this web. Just this sticky substance covers your entire body. Then the spider disappears back around the corner. Second spider. Mahogany, how you doing?
I'm doing alright.
How does a 13 do?
No.
Doesn't hit. So that webbing misses. And how does a... Never mind. I'm going to bring us to question marks. Who could it be? Mahogany, you're up.
Alright, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
The webbing that we're seeing.
Yes.
First question, is it is Kelian's webbing like, this is like Kelian's web, and then the other web is like this? It's not connected, right?
Right. The webbing inside the borehole was already there. Kelian just got blasted by the spider, the giant spider shooting him.
Alright, second question, what did the spiders look like?
They look like giant, ugly, horrible spiders.
But they looked like spiders.
Roll a nature check.
See, I told you guys. That's the worst thing. Why do I have animal handling? How did I learn to handle animals? Well, I spend so much time around nature. 19.
19. You would expect to see an animental
Yeah.
spider, like a spider made out of fire that shoots fire web or something bizarre. This was definitely just a standard spider, which tells you that this had to have been brought here by something or someone.
Right, great. There's a shit ton of web all throughout that hole.
Yeah.
Fire orb.
Fire
Thank you.
orb?
Thank you.
Igniting all of the web. Because I create the orb right here,
Yeah.
and then push it through that whole fucking tunnel.
I've never seen this spell cast before.
It's not literally called fire orb. I think it's flame orb. Flaming sphere.
Oh, okay. I was searching for fire.
Yeah,
it's
flaming
it's
sphere.
So
the fire Katamari.
Kelian's rationale was that how are there spiders here on the plane of fire when the webbing can catch fire really easily?
Guess what? It caught fire real easily.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that sphere lasts for as long as you concentrate, yes?
Correct, and I'm gonna ram it into one of these spiders.
You can't see the spider from here. They all disappeared down the hallway.
Then I'm
somewhere.
just gonna ram it through this tunnel as far as I can see.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll hit a spider.
You all hear these burning spheres. Because they're not actually on this square here. They're
Yeah.
Somewhere else
out
in the
of
tunnel.
line of sight somewhere. So I'm going to mark the squares that you burned. Something like that.
Yeah.
And then what, are you just pushing it forward until you feel
I'm
it hit a
pushing
wall?
it. I'm pushing it until it stops. And it stops if it hits a creature. That's the only thing that can stop it. If it hits a wall, I'm just gonna roll it down the wall.
Okay. And let me look up how it's going to interact with a creature.
It stops. If you
It
ram it
stopped
into
the-
a creature,
And then it makes a dexterity saving throw.
Mhm.
Go ahead and roll the fire damage on that.
Yep.
I'm assuming this 4 is not going to save anything.
No, that's not going to do it.
Not going to do it.
And I'm really hoping that fire is going to spread, too. 5 fire damage.
5 fire damage. Okay, so you see the webbing go up in flames, then you hear the shriek as the ball hits one of the spiders after you move it out of your line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
And moving or staying put?
I'm happy here.
No, Happy's back here.
I'm happy here.
Yes.
In my heart.
I'm going to say that every single time.
Good, because if you didn't, I would.
It's going to bring us to Kelian.
Break out of the webbing.
Make a strength. Is it athletic? It's just straight strength.
Saving throw or just
A
straight
check.
strength?
Strength check. You're looking for a 15.
Do you see why I asked to make sure Kelian wasn't connected?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you do?
10.
10 doesn't do it. I mean, this webbing is just incredibly strong. It's like you're bound in iron bands. It's going to bring us to... You hear skittering somewhere off in the borehole, but another spider does not present itself. Ciclon.
Go down and see if I can help Kelian get out of this web.
Okay, make a strength check. Looking for a 15.
Might not. That's probably not going to do it. Yeah, no. 12.
And it's... I got half a mind to restrain you as well, because now you're stuck to him. Idiot. No, you don't manage to break free. I mean, this webbing is just incredibly powerful. It's going to
Now,
bring
since
us...
I'm helping him, try to escape, can he get advantage on his next check to break free?
No.
Never hurts to ask.
You've got to
Wait,
take. You have to take the help action to allow him to do that.
I don't
Okay.
think this will come up, but just because I can't see the sphere, I'm just letting you know.
Mm-hmm.
If anything ends its turn near the sphere, they take damage.
Okay. How about question marks? Sorry, let me make a note here. Riot, you're up.
All right. Let's go. I'm gonna also try and. Well, first I'm gonna look over here to see if I can see anything.
There is a little bit of illumination in the back of this room from the lava pool.
Mhm.
But I mean, you don't see anything that I haven't already described.
Okay, then I'm gonna try and help out Kelian.
Okay, make a strength check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy
Right,
shit.
stronger than everyone.
Riot manages to channel the power of Osperum something bullshit and break this webbing free.
Right,
More
strongest there is.
likely, what she does is she gets her boot dagger, whereas where Ciclon had been trying to do with his bare hands.
Thank you, Riot.
I'll turn to right and I'll go, I see. The sea will erode even the mightiest wall.
That's going to bring us to Serenity.
So I can't see anything down the borehole right now?
You just see the last vestiges of flames lapping along the wall where it consumed this webbing very, very quickly.
Okay.
But as far as spiders, you can hear them over where I've placed them.
Yep. Serenity will move to there and dodge again.
Okay. Happy.
Alright, so this is all burned away and not on fire anymore along here.
Right, and then a few squares beyond where nobody's seen yet as well.
Happy is going to step in there and peek around the corner.
Happy.
Happy peeks around the corner, and he sees his inevitable demise. He sees the 3 spiders, 2 of them skittering here just outside of the web, which is burned all the way to the end here.
And where's
And the
Mahogany's
3rd
ball?
spider is right here, who desperately wants to get away from Mahogany's ball and will probably do so on his next turn. So Happy doesn't have a good way to attack that spider without getting
No.
burned by this ball.
No, but at least we know. At least we have more information than we did. Happy. We'll relay this to the rest of them.
Okay. He yells back, "I don't think they have balls, guys."
I have a question for Happy. Is this burned away?
No, you move the ball down this way.
Yeah, I was just hoping that it was gonna spread.
But you've got to. You can walk on all the spaces here without getting stuck.
Sure.
Inevitable spiders. Oh, I gotta roll some d6s. All right, Happy.
Hey.
How does a 14 do?
Nope.
Nope. Thing launches out another blast of web at Happy, but Happy presses himself up against the wall, and it just splashes all along the corner back here. And then that spider skitters backwards. And where do I want to put him? Not in the ball. That would be bad. Actually, all three of these spiders could take their turns kind of the same. None of them enter the cave with the ball. They all skitter back in this direction somewhere.
Problem solved. Forever.
Right, okay.
I need... Sorry, my spell hasn't come up yet.
Scrolling through the spell app.
Yep.
Man, this is really dumb. A really good way of spotting creatures in tunnels is just setting my flaming sphere in, because the only thing that'll stop it is it ramming into someone.
I think everybody needs to make this save.
Ooh.
I need a Constitution saving throw from everybody. Happy is just... Actually, you know what? No, Happy would be...
DC?
No, Happy's in range, so everybody's to make the save. Your DC is 16.
Alright, I make that easy.
And I need to roll a lot of d8s.
Oh,
Ciclon
it was
fails.
on the cusp of making it, and then it rolled back the other way. No, I passed. I failed.
Happy fails.
Making sure I'm doing the right amount of damage here. I don't want to accidentally do too much damage to you guys.
Yes, you do.
Wouldn't... Well, no, because we're still in the beginning of this dungeon. I don't want to blow the whole wad this early. 19 points of poison damage.
Sexy damage.
As this huge caustic cloud of poison engulfs the entry of the borehole, engulfing all of you. And you hear Happy coughing from inside. Cut that in half if you made that Constitution save.
Okay.
Riots.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if your passive perception is high enough.
It's 16, I believe. No,
What did-
15.
What did you do on your last turn? Fresh from memory. Oh, you broke Kelian free.
I broke Killing Free.
Okay, you were looking the wrong direction anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
So no, you all are just coughing this poison, and this cloud is lingering in the air here. And that's going to bring us to Riot's turn.
Well,
Did we
I gotta
hear
get
any,
out.
like, chanting, though?
No, you didn't hear anything.
Okay.
I gotta get out of this cloud.
Okay.
How do I get out of this cloud?
It's about a 20-foot radius, centered on about here-ish.
Okay. Right, ducks back this way.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna
cast...
draw it. Tell me if I get this wrong.
Look at you. Like, what's this dot up here? What did you do?
That up there, I have no idea what that is. How did
Might
that
be
happen?
from previous map.
Yeah, it might be.
Oh, wait.
Okay. Yeah, that looks about right. We'll just say that's right. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. That's fine. Serenity, you're up.
Oh. Okay.
Unless Riot's going to take an action. I thought you were just moving out of the cloud.
No, I was out to, and I keep getting interrupted. Gonna cast Aura again.
Cast Aura. Very good.
And let me get do my dice.
Saying something about blowing your water, Road.
Oh, this isn't my wad, my friend. This dungeon has a lot of wad. You might say it's a Doom wad. See what I did there?
Oh!
How'd you do,
Serenity
Riot?
will move to there. Can she see anything from there?
moving to here. I mean, you don't see anything there that I haven't described. You're looking at the pillars.
Okay.
You can see some of the webbing here, and you can see this lava pool in the back of this room.
Okay.
As far as
dodge.
the source of the poison, no. Dodging there?
Yep.
How many hit points did Riot just get back?
9.
Okay. Happy's going to move out of the cloud as far as he can.
I was thinking that, yeah.
So go ahead and make it. He's going to use a dash action because he couldn't move out otherwise.
Yeah.
He comes out coughing
Wait.
and sputtering.
He's got like a movement of he has movement of 40, so yeah. 80. Get
He
him.
does have a monk's movement. And you continue to hear the skittering of spiders, but it's fading away in that direction. Now, you're not so much hearing the skittering as you're just hearing it echo off the walls. You're starting to get that sensation where it might sound like it's coming from any direction or all directions at once.
Hey, Mahogany, you still got your flaming sphere up?
Yeah, I just checked.
Okay.
Question marks? Mahogany, your turn.
I am going to do 2 things.
Uh-oh.
And then maybe a third thing.
2 things is too many things.
2 things for sure, though. Which is... First, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put my ball right here.
Happy breaks it.
Blocking the entrance.
Okay.
I'm going to head over here.
Okay.
And then I am going to use my actual action to dodge.
Very good. Kelian.
And I too shall dodge.
I'll be honest with you guys, I'm real happy with that flaming sphere just blocking that tunnel. It's a good thing.
And Ciclon.
Back over here, and dodge.
Bear with me just a second.
Bear.
I don't get it.
Get it? Because
Where's the bear in this situation?
I think you meant Dirty Bear.
Straight to jail.
I'm just looking up the spell here.
Can't put the DM in jail for bad jokes.
Put anyone in jail I want.
How opaque is this cloud?
Not very opaque at all.
Okay.
No, you can see through it just fine. It does not obscure vision.
What color is it?
Like a horrible blackish, pukish green.
Alright, thanks.
It's the worst.
Yeah, it's terrible.
As the last of you come out of the cloud, coughing and sputtering, the first thing that happens is the cloud kind of roils forward about 10 feet.
Aw, come on.
I don't think Ciclon has to take the damage right now. I think he takes it on the start of his turn.
The start or the end?
I think it's a creature starting their turn in the cloud. Some of these spells work one way and some of them work another
Yeah.
way. The next thing you see is the passage behind you here seals up with solid ice. And it doesn't reach all the way the 50 foot up. It reaches maybe, it leaves a gap in the top. Maybe 5 or 7 foot gap between you guys and the ceiling. Enough to clamber through. And immediately after the ice takes purchase on the walls, it begins to weep and melt. Just in the intense heat of this cave.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I have a question.
I have a question too.
Yes.
How cold is it?
How Mahogany is not standing near enough. Where Mahogany's standing, you can't feel the cold at all.
Okay.
All right.
Just so you get an idea of what Mahogany was thinking, he was wondering if this was that thing he had heard about where you could turn a firewall into an ice wall, and
Yeah.
he was wondering if that was cold enough to burn.
Yeah, you guys take the cloud kill damage on when you start your turn in the cloud. So Ciclon will eat that damage one more time if he.
Is it start or enter?
It's start or enter.
Okay.
It also says it heavily obscures, which I thought it didn't say that, but I'm gonna rule that you can see through it fine because Actually, I'm going to rule that it's explosive, and now there's this fireball sitting in the middle of it. So,
Rad.
so yeah, you guys see this wall of ice seal up that passage, but it immediately begins weeping. It immediately begins melting.
Great. Now we're playing Rogue. I'm going to use my all my enhances on my Maul.
Use your what?
It's a bird.
Mine. It was a bad roguelike joke.
Oh, okay. Is there a good roguelike joke?
No.
I've never heard it.
It is Serenity's... Is it Serenity's turn?
It's Riot's turn. I think.
It's Riot's turn.
Okay.
Hey, Ciclon hadn't taken a turn in a while. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I'm
You
sorry.
just
You
took
just
a turn.
took one.
Like not 5 seconds ago.
It's Riot's turn. That's my bad, because I had to take a minute to relook up that spell.
Yeah, so everybody lost
That was
track
my
of the
fault.
time.
So Riot can't see Ciclon right now, right?
You can.
Oh, okay.
Heavy obscurement doesn't mean you can't see through it.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I kind of forget. I kind of forget what it means, but it doesn't obscure your view to the point where you can't see Clone. He's standing
You'd
5
see him
feet
as
away
a
from you.
figure, but you wouldn't be able to make out any details.
Did
Yeah,
anyone
like
else
it's a
fail?
really dense mist.
Did anyone else fail that cloud kill? First, that
Ciclon
first
did,
check.
Happy did.
Serenity did.
Okay. Well,
Kelian did.
Clone can have some healing.
Thank you.
Take 7. And Riot's gonna
Thank you.
move.
A good way that I just looked up to explain heavily obscured. Heavily obscured means you can hide, but it doesn't mean you are hidden.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over here.
But I already said that this wasn't heavily obscured, so it's just going to be like a thin gas. You can see through it
Sure.
just fine.
Sure.
So you're going to duck around this corner and chill out there.
Yeah.
I don't have my spreadsheet open at the moment. What is Riot's passive perception?
15.
15. Okay. You see, as you're moving back from the wall, focusing on giving Clone some vitality, you see a flutter of movement. You don't see the thing that moved. You see a shadow playing off in this direction somewhere in the dim light given off by that lava pool. It looked like something fluttered back behind this pillar. And you just saw it for a split second as you moved through the line of sight of that hallway.
Is that enough to target a thing?
I'll be right back.
Well, you can't see anything to target. You just kind of saw it move there. He rolled a stealth check against your passive perception and failed.
Yeah. There are spells that don't require me to see things.
Yeah, as long as you don't need to see
why
it,
I'm
you're
asking.
fine, yes.
Okay.
Serenity, you're up.
Well, hang on. I haven't actually used an action, which is why I asked.
I thought Aura Vitality was an action. Or is
No,
it a
it's
bonus
a
action?
bonus.
That's a bonus action.
Gotcha.
The initial cast is an action.
Gotcha.
I'm back. Sorry, I missed a phone call from near here,
And
I'm
it's
job searching.
here-ish?
There-ish, yeah.
That seems like it's within 60 feet of me. Yeah, I'll cast Distant Whispers on it.
That's a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
How does an 18 do?
It beats it.
It beats it. Do they still take
So-
damage?
Yeah, it still takes the damage, but it doesn't have to run. Which is what I was hoping it would have to show itself.
Okay.
It takes half of 9 damage.
Half of 9 damage?
Yeah.
For some reason, I always think that spell does more damage.
It's well, level 1, it's 3d6. I sometimes
Okay.
use it at higher levels.
Serenity's up.
Right? Is there anything down that passage?
Something, but I couldn't tell you where exactly.
She's pointing back towards where you are.
Oh no, where I'm no, she points over here because she mistook what you meant.
Okay. 20, 25, 30, 35. Right. Serenity can move to here.
Is that breaking our line? Don't forget the line.
From
Yes.
Kelian, no. I meant
Standing
before.
here, you can't see behind this pillar because you've got opaque spider webs in the way.
Right. But that's all the farther she can move. She'll dodge again.
Okay. Serenity jumps up behind that pillar for cover. Gonna bring us to Mr. Happy.
Mr. Happy is He sees the cloud creeping this way, so he's gonna back up toward where Kelian and Riot are.
It's probably a good idea.
And he's gonna take a dodge action.
Dodge there? Okay.
Yep.
It's going to bring us to... You can no longer hear the spiders. Then there are question marks. Mahogany.
Alright. I saw Riot point out something, so I'm gonna go see if I can find it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my turn to make a perception check, trying to spot the thing Riot pointed out.
Roll it.
Hey,
Now,
look at that! Look what that dice did.
that dice was a bro.
You don't see a creature. You don't see anybody in the room. What you notice, though, probably from all the time you've spent as a giant spider and detecting the motions of webs, you're seeing the center of motion on this web is very high up in this area, way up off the ground.
Where's the web?
The red line connecting these pillars in this squarish. I don't
So
know why
that's
they drew it
all
as a
web
square.
in there?
but This was supposed to be something else in the original adventure. I just turned it into a web.
Okay.
But yeah, you just watching the motions of the web, how it's moving right now, you can tell someone is climbing it 20, 30 feet off the ground at this point.
Alright. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to move my sphere over there.
Move it where? Draw it in its new position. Oh, you're getting the eraser out.
I
see.
did.
Oh, okay.
It's right
Gotcha. Kelian.
You should give him a token for that thing.
Yeah,
He can,
take it,
he can
take
grab
a
one.
chip.
There's go chips here.
Yeah, take
Yeah, I'll
take
grab a
chip.
token.
It's not a small bird, so we forgot he should do that.
Well, I can't. I was about to say I can't name the fire, but there's nothing making that true.
Oh boy, here we
is that-
go.
Were Mahogany's ending his turn there? Brings us
Yeah.
to Kelian.
I'll run up here and dodge.
Dodge.
Dodge, yeah.
El Ciclon. First, I need you to make a
I gotta
Constitution
take
saving
some
throw.
ouch. Gotta take some ouch.
You are going to take a little bit of ouch.
Nice! I
How'd you
failed.
do? Fail?
4.
You were supposed to try to pass that.
Yeah, well.
Okay. 30 points. Poison damage.
Well, Ciclon's not looking too hot.
Oh, and Kelian's right next to me. I'll gonna nudge him and go, there's something in the web.
And Ciclon starts limping out here.
Coughing and hacking all the while.
Yep. And dodge action.
Okay. The gas continues to seep forward. Although now, since it's covering a lot more space, you see it roiling up against the wall of ice down here. But it's to the point now you could wade into it. Probably not safely. Safely wouldn't be the right word. But it would no longer be encompassing your head. If you stood on your tippy toes, you could get up over it. It's going to bring us back around to... Actually, hold on. Let me... Yeah, it's going to bring us back around to Riot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to make a saving throw for the wall. And it rolled a 1. You hear a loud crack down in the direction of the wall, and you see the roiling of the gas as it suddenly has space to move in that direction, indicating that the wall has been, this quickly, at least partially, melted and destroyed. And now Riot can act.
Alright. So Elsa Clone gets a little more HP.
Much
And some
needed,
advice
thank
to
you.
stop choking. So that's 5 HP.
Much thank you.
And Riot is going to move up. Second thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nah. Let's move up to here. And
Okay.
try... nah, gonna move up to here. And produce flame. on here on the spider web.
On the spider web?
Yeah.
Roll the damage on your produce flame.
Okay. I was about to say, do I have to make it to hit roll?
No. I just want to see how much of you burn away.
13.
Okay.
13?
Wouldn't it do max damage on the plane of fire?
It does not. No.
It's also produce flame, which doesn't, like, really.
You burn a sizable hole in the web, and looking in, you see the floor in that area is also covered with webbing. But the flame only burns a very small section of it. And as soon as the flame dies away, flash in the pan, you see the webbing slowly starting to reform, starting to reach its tendrils towards each other and rebuild itself. Anybody who wanted to scamper through the opening this turn on Riot's next, at the end of Riot's next turn, the webbing will be closed enough that you'd have to squeeze through it on the following turn. It's going to take 2 full turns to close if you want to go through it. That's going to bring us to Serenity.
Mahogany, have you told us where you saw the thing?
I said it was in the web, and I only said it to Kelian.
Said it to Kelian, yeah.
Okay. Well, Serenity has an idea. So now she moved through there. 15. Serenity will move to there, pull one of the hand axes off her belt, and tie her rope to the handle of it. That's the end of that'll. I'm assuming that'll take most of her action, right?
Okay. Yeah, that would be an action. Let me give you a little bit more of this passage since you're standing up there, and because I'm a generous man.
How nice.
You see the other end of the borehole from here, and then the passage curves around down in that direction.
Don't worry that Serenity left. The rest of us can still see because the fireball is here.
Happy.
Happy is going to look at this situation like, what do you expect me to do here? There's no balls to break. Like, why did you bring me to this place?
Because his good friend Elsie Clone asks.
That's true.
Because we needed a 6th more body.
He's gonna squeeze up against this and try and get more space between him and the poo gas.
Mahogany.
Alright. You said I noticed it. The thing. Where was that? Could you tab again?
Put a dot right here.
Oh, it was that dot. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna.
That was the source of the motion.
I'm gonna try to burn up the web underneath it and make it fall. So like the sphere is like on the floor here. Mm-hmm. It's slowly raising itself as it comes over here.
Okay. And where do you end the sphere? In midair there?
Yeah, it's gonna be in midair. I'm gonna try to hit whatever was up there by like rising it straight up until it.
So what? I mean, you see this in Serenity. You see this from your vantage point as well. Is that the webbing gets burned away as the ball moves up, but as it's levitating there, the webbing wins and begins to form over the flaming sphere. As it does this, parts of the web smolder away, but it looks like in time the web will cover it completely. But you have another entrance into the middle area if you want.
That's weird.
I don't hit anything. There's nothing standing there.
Does not hit anything.
Alright.
Now, is it staying there, or do you pull it back afterwards?
For some reason it flew away. I don't know why it did. I let go of my mouse.
Its planet needed it. Kelian.
Wait, no, that was my bonus action.
That was your bonus action.
Yeah.
All right, well, you don't want Kelian to have a turn. That's fine.
No, I don't.
Go ahead.
First of all, I'm going to get away from these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to try to do a better job spotting. I'm going to spot again.
Okay, roll a perception check. 19. You no longer see motion in the web. There's no longer anything moving across it. A moment ago, your fireball was moving across it, but that has now stopped. And as far as you can tell, there's no more creatures touching the web.
Alright. And now that it's completely blatantly obvious what's going on here, I'm going to just shout that out. I'm going to say it's not touching the web anymore, or it's not moving.
Okay. Let's do Kelian.
So,
It's your turn.
Your turn.
I know. What did you say? What's the deal with the poison cloud again? You can stand up on your tippy toes and be above it.
You can stand inside the range of the cloud, but it's fanning out across the ground, which means it's not taking up the entire volume of the space. So at this point, I'm not going to say it's safe to walk into it, but you wouldn't have to, as long as you don't duck down into it. But if you're standing there and you get knocked prone or decide to lay down for some reason, you'll be in trouble.
Kelian's going to take cover behind this pillar.
Okay?
Maybe. Can I hide behind it?
Yeah, you can make a hide check.
No one can stop you.
I can't wait till I take the lucky feat. That's gonna be fun.
How about +10? Because we're still got a pass without trace on.
That's for stealth,
That's
isn't
stealth.
Yeah. Doing a stealth thing, right?
No, we don't have pass without
Yeah,
trace.
it's a
Yeah.
Well, it's not concentration, is it?
It is concentration.
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's
not
right.
concentration for you because it's a racial or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's
Well, it doesn't
do
matter. It's 13, so.
Elsie Clone's turn, and then we'll take a quick snaggling break.
Okay.
El Ciclone. Yeah. I don't know. It's about all I can. It's about all I can do right now. Just another dodge action there.
Okay. Make a quick saving throw for the ice wall. And you don't hear any more cracks from that direction. So let's take a 10-minute snaggling break.
Okay.